What's up everybody, Rebel Drifter here. This video is completely sponsored by Normondoll.com and Sexymalena.com. Box check. This is the side. There is a big puncture in here. There's some scuff marks on the bottom. That seems to be alright. Now the big problem we have over here is that there is a complete hole in here, which is something I'm not a big fan of. So now we have to shift the box to the presentation area and check out the other sides and the top. Checking out the other side of the box. This one is pretty broken too. And then looking around to see, here's that mark on the bottom. Again, that's something that probably is at the courier's bus. Those little half moon rings, you know, where you can put a strap through. They always put that on there and then maybe stomp on it, I don't know. And then the hole, we have that hole here. And then everything else, this area right here, pretty scuffed up. Everything else seems to be alright. My other label is over there. Do we have two holes now? No, that's the other one that we have here. Alright, so badly filmed, but you get the idea. In the meantime, I'm also testing out this Osmo Pocket, the newest version. I don't have a wireless mic right now. I do have a knife, so let's cut open the box. I hope that it's still gonna follow me, the camera. Yeah, we're gonna try. Let's see how far we can get. I mean, of course, you're always going to run into trouble regarding the boxes because there has to be customs. And the customs are very annoying because they have to also check everything. And that's why a lot of people are probably very hesitant to buy something like this, which of course is understandable. You know, it doesn't make it a lot of fun for people like you and me to buy these things and then just, you know, check everything out. So again, we're checking out all the contents. It's a little bit of a mess here in my house. So by opening up the box, there's this packaging material in there, and it's just foam, but it has been wet or stomped on because, or else it would not have done this. And then on the other side there is a mark as well. But yeah, if that's the only thing and it's only on the top of the box or on the inside of the box, then we should be good. All right, now the gamble is always that everything is sealed. Yeah, there we go. It's sealed. I got a little bit scared. So the cool thing is this thing is one big giant packing foam thing, which I think is pretty cool, but I'm still a little bit more of a fan of the air bubbles and the you know, the blankets, extra blankets, or maybe the sleeping bag without a zipper. But you know, this is fine. This works. I think it's actually stuff that they use for PCs as well, that they put in, and it kind of molds to whatever is inside. So on one hand, it's very easy to just grab this and chuck this away. And on the other hand, I'm still very used to, you know, everything else. So we can gently pick up the camera again and look what's inside the box. So we're just gonna record everything we see here. So untouched, there's some stuff here. That's the foam stuff, which is really not that interesting. It's just foam. Then we have the Althea head, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna pick her up gently. She looks really, really nice. Also very cold. I'm glad I put the heater up a little bit in the house because I was getting cold as well. It's a minus couple degrees outside, I think, even. So yeah, cold it is. So the cool thing is, if I remember correctly, they gave me this head without implanted hair, as you can see. But the packaging is really nice. And then we have another specific head over there. But yeah, this is the Althea head. Really stunning design. Even just with this plastic on there, I can totally see what they've done. and it's, yeah, it's beautiful art, but she's very cold. And also worthy note of mentioning that they have this plastic around her, around the head, and then also some plastic extra around this thing. So it's not like a complete closed head mold thing, as you can see around the back. Here you go, you can see the ear protection right here. So maybe my advice, not to be complaining about anything about this, but my advice to make it better would be to have a complete mold area, plastic thing, cover, protection, where you can click in the head and then close it, you know, like a Tupperware kind of thing, like a little box, a head box. But yeah, I mean, this could get damaged if this earpiece thing that protects the ear just slams into her ear like that. You might get cuts in there, which is something that I'm not a big fan of. And of course, the very big thing I'm scared of, see, we have the packing material right here, but the neck is right here. And I can feel the bolt sticking out. It's probably difficult to see. Here, my finger is on the bolt right now. You can see it. It's sticking out a little bit. So that has probably made the puncture in here, which is not good. So I advise everybody at Normondoll to do what Game Lady has done after my complaints multiple times regarding sending dolls and bodies. Get a wooden plank on the inside. Get a wooden plank on the outside. Drill a hole through wooden plank number 1, the cardboard, and then wooden plank number 2, and drill in a bolt into the neck bolt itself. That way, it's not going to do anything. It has the complete connection with the box, and people can throw around what they want, but the body is going to shift back and forth even if they stomp it on the side. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. All right, so we're going to take out the Althea head. Again, gently, we're going to put that, maybe we're going to put that over here where it's a little bit warm. It's not that warm, it's a little bit warm. Not that great, but we're going to put her here, see if that's going to work. There we go. Hopefully she's not going to fall. So, I'll turn the camera up. We have her right there on the edge of the heater. Now, we're going to look into everything else. So you have your standard stuff in here, which I'm always happy with, except the comb. The comb is always going to be the bad part. You got your gloves, you got your bolts. There's one with only thread, which means this one you can turn in. Let's see if I'm showing that correctly on camera. This is one that has thread. You can turn that in if you prefer that. This one, on the other hand, is one that you can thread in halfway, not fully. And then you have these little balls that stick in and out. And you can probably... You should be able to adjust it normally. I think it's this one right here, the black bolt, the imbus. And yeah, oh, and there's one here. So they have 2 ways of adjusting the tension of the balls popping in and out of the neck. So this is pretty much a quick release. That's what I'm trying to say. You got your lingerie right here, which is going to be fairly simple. This is going to be your water cleaning for your love holes. This is your warming wand. Again, that's something that I'm not a big fan of because they tend to overburn. And then your comb. This is actually a better comb than I've seen once before with like the metal pins in there that kind of move around. This is a lot better. It's cheap, but it's still a lot better. And then we have your gloves, and like I said, we have your bolts. So yeah, I'm sorry that I'm rambling, but I want to be secure and in-depth regarding detail. We do have clothes, but we're going to leave that here on the side for now. And gently, because this is the pièce de résistance. Oh, her eyes are a little bit weird. That's a placing. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this should be Khaleesi. From Game of Thrones, you know, the kind of Emilia Clarke lookalike. It's not going to be spot on one-on-one, but I did post a picture of her with her body and her face, like on the website of Normondoll.com. I put it on my Facebook and I asked people, who is she, if people would know her, and everybody that commented completely knew who she was from the get-go. So, to be quite fair, they have done a stunning job. I mean, she looks really cool. And then the only thing we have left is this right here, which is the wig for the Althea head. We're going to put that on the side as well for now. We're going to do this all in one take. Her feet are completely protected. Like extra, you know, plastic, extra foam around the feet. So I'm very curious to see if we don't have any feet damage, because that happened a couple of times to me as well. I can't show nudity because then the video goes to 18 plus. And then this is going to be the question, because it has, I think it has indented a little bit, but hopefully if we pop on the head, we can straighten this out. It's a little bit crooked, as you can see. It's kind of going that way, but I hope it's not going to be like too much damage. You can see the plastic is broken here. See, my finger can slip through. So the plastic is broken. So the box, again, this is not the fault of Normondoll. This is the courier. The couriers and the people that do the customs check, or the people before they drop in the box at the customs. They're all couriers, and they're all, yeah, not nice towards packaging and what's inside. And of course, this is pretty dense regarding weight, so it will shift around a lot if you don't have it snug in there. Now, kudos to Normondoll regarding this foam packaging, which is pretty cool because it sets to the body. But again, this is a very big thing to all doll makers. Please try to secure this more, because this thing, look, feet, they're two. They can pretty much do the shock absorbing. But if you go over to the neck, it's one thing that can go all the way everywhere. Forward, backward, sides, tilting, everything. If you just hammer that, eventually it will go snap like that or snap like this. And, well, that would be very painful to see and very expensive to fix. But, you know, let's get her out of the box, put some clothing on, and yeah. Oh, wait, let's check out the arms as well. As you can see here, the arms are also very well protected, which I love to see. So again, very nice. We can show a little bit of skin. It's difficult. Again, 18 plus and all. And then here on the side, also nice protection. So yeah, we're just gonna see. We're gonna put her in a bikini, I think, first. That way people can see what she looks like, and we shouldn't be able to get a strike regarding the 18 plus filter. I am always following the rules, so let's see how that goes. Alright, so there are 2 blankets in there, so I put them on this table, this sort of coffee table. That's the easiest thing for me to do right now. It's on a low angle and yeah, easier to film. We gave her a bikini. I can tell you she's very petite regarding the body size and the dimensions, which I think is pretty cool. We're going to open up the feet because her bum is really bulging out because she has a hollow back right now. So I kind of want to get her as fast as I can off of the table and into her boots. And also be very careful when you're doing this, because this is where you can also make or break a doll with the protection socks and also the scissors. If you just screw up just a teeny tiny bit, you might come into the silicone. I'm just going to gently get it off. Okay, so this is one of the dolls. Well, it's really realistic though. Gotta be quite fair. We're gonna check out. Yeah, we have a tiny bit of damage on her, I want to say her ankle, but it's her heel. It's funny to see that they have made these socks and they're a little bit more protruding, so they're easier to see instead of getting them out of sight. So again, be very careful when you're doing this. I need my right hand to get in there gently. Get that tape off. And then we're gently gonna open it up. And then This one has a little bit of mold residue on there. This one has a line of searing that they use, but again, it's all not bad. It's just a little heel area that's a little bit damaged. So I'm gonna take the camera with me again so you guys can see. I'm gonna try and show it. Get the gimbal recentered. There you go. This is a small, it's not open yet, but it is dented. So again, this is what couriers do. Other than that, her feet look very realistic. We have some dimples here from the mold. You have a little bit of a seam line here. You have a little bit of a seam line here, and they probably seared it off. That's why it's a little bit black, but we can probably clean that. There's not good lighting right now. I apologize. I could probably bring the light out if I want to. I think so, yeah. It's a little bit more light. Okay, so with a little bit more light, you can clearly see the dent. Again, as far as I can see, it's not open, so we should be good. It's not open, so pretty strong heels to be quite fair. Pretty thick silicone as well. So I have to commend Normondoll again for their fantastic design. And just look at the feet, though. Look at the little toes and the little wrinkles. It's really cool. Of course, toes is something that most doll makers still don't have figured out regarding lines in there. What they do with the hands, like not wires, but you know, little bones, thicker bones. And again, this one is very cool as well. Short from the two little dimples underneath and a dimple right there. It's just a little, yeah, it's not a damaged thingy. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. So again, we have her here. We're gonna pull her up, put her boots on so she can stand. So before I forget, you can clearly see now with the light, it's a little bit fake light, but you can see that this is a whole sock and it goes up to here. Now, there might be people that are not big fans of these, you know, because you can feel that this is very soft silicone. It's actually uncanny how soft it is. I think this is the softest silicone that I have felt in years. And then you can feel that this is a sock, and then you can feel that this is a lot harder. But I personally think, I'm not, you know, people that are feet lovers, I don't have a foot fetish, but, you know, there are people that might not look at this and say, well, that's wonderful. You know, I know other companies that do it, they have a little bit of more of a, how do you say that, a fade into the silicone. But I think the reason that you can see this line so apparently, or so apparent, is that it goes over into the very soft silicone. And I think that mixture is really cool. So this is all the cool stuff that I like about dolls. You know, the craftsmanship, the stuff that people think about how to make it and everything is really nice. But the feet are very, very realistic. So if you can get past this little line here, you're good. I'm not doing this video any justice at all. And the makers, well, I'm trying because I'm geeking out and I'm very excited. But again, look at these toenails. They're so real. I mean, they look amazing. Sure, maybe people might say, well, the feet or the toes look a little bit weird, but my wife has this as well. She has one of these these toes that are almost the same size as her the bigger one. But I think that's really realistic, and I think it's really cool. So I'm actually really happy with the whole design of this. Only the feet right now, you know. It's funny. We still have the rest to cover. And there's a lot to cover, so yeah, let's get that other sock on and put the boots on.